ask you this question though, because I think this is going to be a big factor for the game. You got Shiloh Sanders coming back, and we've seen that touchdown saving tackle he made against NDSU, where the quarterback came right up the middle, and it was 1-on-1. He made that tackle. We seen Cameron Simmons Craig make a tackle on the quarterback on the 2-yard line that led to the forced fumble by Travis Hunter. Shiloh's back. Carter Stockmeyer played well in his spot. Cameron Simmons Craig, of course, is going to be there. And you got Savion Riley and Herman Smith III. But those three that I just named, the main starters, how do you see Coach Rob Livingston implementing them into the game plan this week versus K-State?
Oh, man. Well, I got to say, I've been really proud of how Carter's played. But with Shiloh coming back, man, you got to put him back in the starting lineup. Like, I think that, he's just so important to this defense. This is a side note, Big Dog, but I don't get, man, how, so many of us wonderful fans, man, we love Shedeur, but then when it comes to Shiloh, man, there's a divide. There's people saying that this guy, Carter Stockmeyer is not as good. Man, stop that. Shiloh is one of our best players, and he's going to help this defense coming back in here. Not only is he a leader for us, but he's an attitude setter. He's somebody that brings the violence and all of that. And I think going against a run heavy team, this is where he's at his best. And I think that he's really going to help in run support. So I would imagine we'll see Carter Stoutmeyer still rotate in, as well as Herman Smith. Both of those guys have been getting on the field, but don't get it twisted, man. I'm very happy to see Shiloh coming back this week, and I think we're a better defense with him in there.
Yes, great points right there. This is a statement game, as you stated. On your thumbnail, this is a statement game, and even like Brian said, this is a statement game that I just spoke to. We could win this game, man. It sets us up for the rest of the season. It sets us up to head straight towards that Big 12 championship game. But, of course, we got steps to take, but one foot in front of the other. This game right here is that one that can propel us. A lot of people say, NDSU, you're supposed to win that. You're supposed to win that.
Yeah.
Nebraska, you got beat. And then, you bounce back versus Baylor, and you won on the road versus UCF. But this is going to be one of the big boys. Some people have these guys as the favorite to win the Big 12. I don't see. I can see. I think it's more of a long shot for them to win the Big 12 than even Colorado. Why? Because I don't see them passing the ball down the field enough. I don't know if just the ground and pound game can win the Big 12. I could be wrong, but to win the Big 12, you got to win games. And I see them dropping this game versus Colorado at Folsom Field for a multitude of reasons. 1, turnovers. 2, they're on the road coming off the bye week. 3, we're playing our best on the defense. And I think only thing we need to find out how to do is to bottle up their quarterback. Everything else has been going along our game plan.
Yeah. It's really funny, Big Dog, because coming into the preseason, like for my 8-4 prediction, this was one of the games that I had us dropping. KSU got a lot of respect for the program. I think they're a very well coached team, but as we see the season unfold, we've seen that right now KSU hasn't proven themselves to be ready on the road yet, and they have a younger team, especially on offense, and you've pointed that out. And with how Colorado's playing, man, again, getting better every week. Now being at home, you feel like, this is a matchup in which we should take care of business, even though the line isn't in our favor. That's fine, man. Continue to give us bulletin board material. I love that. And, I won't get too far ahead of this, but I will say, man, with the Big 12, right now, it's totally up for the taking. No doubt about it. You're right about that. And there's a lot of parity in this league. I feel like there's a lot of inconsistency from week to week with a lot of these teams as well. And that's what makes it such a fun league to watch, I think. But I think you're absolutely right. The quarterback play is so important to be able to put yourself at the top. And I think, like, while I was expecting this defense, I just wanted average, man, like coming into the season. And there's still some metrics, I think, that like support that, but we've been very, very good in some specific things that have that just gives me greater confidence that like as long as we continue to play the way that we're playing right now, we're playing tough, disciplined football. We're the bullies on the field the last 3 weeks. Like we've been that. So as long as we're continuing to play that way and play together, like I can't pick against a team when they're playing like that and the star
No,
power that we got. Like no way. So wouldn't that be crazy, man? If we find ourselves in that conference title game, I don't want to get too far ahead, but I'm just so happy with how this team, and credit to Coach Prime and the coaching staff, they've really locked in, and they've shown that this team is not a repeat of 2023.
most definitely. And just to give a little insight on the Big 12, here's from Google, and you could just find this on the Google right now. Texas Tech 5-1 overall, 3-0 in the conference. BYU surprising some people; they're 5-0 right now.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
2-0.
BYU is a great story, man. And they'll give you free ice cream if you sit in the opposing fan section, man. Like you can't hate on a fan base that gives you free ice cream.
I didn't know that. That's a fun fact
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But a team that we will be seeing though, Iowa State, they're 5-0 right now, 2-0 in the
Yeah.
conference, man. They've been
I'm
playing
glad we
well.
don't play them this year. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens at the end of
Well,
the season, right?
the next game, of course, we have we got number 18, Kansas State, then Arizona. We have Utah, then Kansas, and then Oklahoma State to finish out the season. So very winnable games, I think. Arizona's been up and down, even though they beat Utah. Utah still ranked number 16. But it starts with this game, Kansas State at home. 8:15 kickoff. Does that matter any that it's a late kickoff in your eyes? What do you think?
No, I don't think so, to be honest, Chico. I don't really think we've played very well on these late night kickoffs, over the last couple seasons. So I'm trying to think, you know,
Yeah.
but the K-State fans seem to be pretty nervous about being on the road, the time change, this being a late night game as well. So I'm going to say it's going to be a non-factor. I think just us being at home is going to make the biggest difference. But you'd like to see us get off to a fast start in one of these later games. I guess it might have been our first game of the season against North Dakota State. That was like our last kind of later kickoff, but that still might have been like 6 p.m. Mountain. I can't remember.
Yeah. So Kansas time zone, they're on Central Time, and they'll be on Mountain Time. So they'll be going 1 hour back. So it'll be like they have a 9:15 kickoff a little bit later. Yeah. It could factor in. We'll see. Hopefully it does. I hope they'll be on the sideline ready to go to sleep. Like the kids, when they get sleepy, they just tell you, "Oh, I'm sleepy." I want to see that.
I mean, it's not Miami going all the way to Berkeley to play Cal and almost blowing
crazy.
that game. Like it's not that big of a difference, but
Right.
that time change can still affect you quite a bit within those first couple days.